I wanted to talk about this new bass that I got. It's actually really old. It's a 1977 Rickenbacker 4001 FL. I still can't believe that I own the thing. First of all, it weighs about 9 pounds. It's a lot less than most bass guitars. It's pretty unbalanced, so the head is going to consistently drop the whole time, which is a little bothersome, but the neck is very flat, the body's very thin. It's actually, it feels good to play. I just have to keep holding the thing up. There are a couple of really unique features about this bass that other bass guitars don't have, aside from, you know, the really sweet aesthetics and look. It has this really unique pickup right here that you don't see elsewhere. So what's the story with this? What does it do? Why is it special? The real answer is it doesn't do anything. It's a cover. It's a plate. Later models, this plate is plastic. It's there so that it looks like what was called a horseshoe pickup. They don't make those anymore. What's underneath here is a pickup that's identical to this pickup. So there are two. You can select which one or both that you want to use. There's separate volume controls for each. There's separate tone controls for each. This is a passive bass, so you're not actually adding treble or adding bass. You're just kind of always subtracting from the sound. So it's got a pretty unique sound because of that, because most modern basses are active. So it definitely has its own kind of flavor just straight out of the box. It also has this foam mute that's been built into the bridge. This is a piece of foam that's inside that you can screw up and down, and it presses against the strings, and it actually reduces the decay of the strings. So if you've got it, you know, really jacked up and pushing on the strings, you're going to have more of a Motown James Jamerson kind of vibe where everything's just boom, and not what a lot of basses can do today, where they're just like sustaining forever. Having that built in is really cool. Nowadays what we do is we actually clamp a hair tie onto the end to get the same effect. You know, we just move the mute to the other side. What really separates a Rickenbacker from other basses that isn't often spoken about is the fact that it's got two output jacks. And one, which is this one in the back, this is a mono jack. It works exactly like a regular guitar cable. There's nothing special about it. This is every bass guitar that you've ever had. So there you go. The other one though, that's the special one. That one is stereo, so there are two channels that are coming out of there, and you need a 2-channel cable. So I have this 1/4 inch stereo cable. So we've got a tip, ring, and then a sleeve, which is the ground. Tip and ring, though, correspond to which pickup. So tip is this, and ring is over here. So you have different outputs. What Rickenbacker did was they took this stereo cable that you had to buy from Rickenbacker, and you plugged this into a box that you had to buy from Rickenbacker, and that let you break it out into one standard guitar cable that would go to one amp and another standard guitar cable that would go to a different amp. So you've got different amplifiers for each pickup on the bass. If you can kind of picture what that would look like in your head, you can build one. So I built one, and it works. It's great. You buy these parts off Amazon. So once this is plugged in, tip goes to one side, sleeve goes to another side. This goes to one amplifier, this goes to another amplifier, and the implications of this are really crazy as far as what you can do in any kind of setting, because now what that means is each pickup can have its own effects chain to it if you wanted to. You can have different distortions on each pickup, and you can you know, click between using them instantly. You could have reverb on one and have it super clean and distortion on another one. You can have delay over here, but you can like soak this one in whatever else effect you can imagine. So you can kind of blend it in a acoustic space by using different amplifiers. Or if you just had different amplifiers that have their own different tonal characteristics, you can kind of like put the sound back together in front of people. So that's cool. That's the really interesting thing about this bass that other bass guitars don't have. I still can't believe that I have this. So there you go. It's a 4001 FL Rickenbacker in, I think they call this Bergen Glow. Pretty dope.